I'm going to make a prediction to you based on facts and everything that's coming around. I can guarantee you something. In every major city across this United States of America, you're going to see food riots. Hang on just a minute. Let me read this first, okay? I want you to think about this for a minute before I get to this article, okay? By design, they've stopped near about everybody that wants to put their seeds up planting the next year. By design, big pharma, big pharmaceuticals, lobbying Washington every time there's even close to an election. Them ticks run up there and they get latch themselves onto them hounds that y'all call your representatives and all. Okay? And they tell them what to do. Okay? Now watch this. Food. Your medicine that you're hooked on. Watch this. When the trucks stop running, I'm making predictions. When the trucks stop running for the food and the medicine, if you ain't got your food, you're going to starve. If you do got your food and you ain't got your medicine, you're fixing to go through a bunch of withdrawals. Okay, if you're bound up by liquor and all that and you can't get your liquor, you're going to go through all them withdrawals. I cannot for the love of God understand to me why on earth people won't wake up and realize that this freight train is coming down the track and it's wide open and there ain't no brakes on it. The best we can hope for is American Patriot will derail it when it starts running over some of our men and women. That's what we're going to have to do. Am I making a threat to anybody? No, I ain't making a threat to nothing. But I've come by to tell you something, my friend. It is very simple to realize whether you're going to be on the side of right or you're going to be on the side of wrong. Now, if your government and all is passing the murdering of babies and they won't get rid of the drug war, by God, they could have, they can't find a friggin' terrorist over there with a diaper on his head that comes out of the cave every now and then that's walking around with a cane and dialysis. He got to get out there every now and then. They can read a gnat's butt from on a dime from the Golden Gate Bridge all the way to New York City and they can't find that son of a gun. Hey, by the way, and right after 911, they could have closed the friggin' borders in the South. They ain't closed them yet. You can't realize that common sense lets you know that there's a plan there, and I ain't covered nearly about none of it at all, but I could sit here all day and all night and go over it and over it and over it from what I've already got in my hard drive in my mind, that it just doesn't add up. When you take the pen and the paper and you try to add the figures up, it just don't come out. Okay? It just doesn't add up. It don't add up. Okay? How that the economy can all of a sudden implode, how that gas prices can go from $1.99 to $4.50 or diesel prices, and then all of a sudden drop back down, and it's not a planned escalation or a planned implosion. You have got your head in the sand, and God have mercy on you, you dumber than a brick. At least a brick knows its place when the owner of it picks it up and lays it in the mortar, and it stays there in its place. It does not come out of its place. A brick's got more sense than some of these people in America do. They've been dumbed down by fluoride. They've eaten genetically modified foods. They go to Mickey D's and eat them old greasy hamburgers full of garbage and junk. And they just eat the daggum French fries and they'll grab them a Big Mac and then just get ready for a heart attack in a few years over it. My God, have mercy, we better wake up. That's daggum suicide. And the list goes on and on. Fluoride in the water. Chemtrails in the air. I know some of you don't believe in chemtrails. I mean, you got to be stupid. If you got enough sense to click this mouse and watch this redneck, you got enough sense to go look on the flipping thing. There's even weathermen admitted it. Weather modifications been going on since the Vietnam War. Okay? They put barium and aluminum and all that's in there and you breathe it. The metal toxins in your body, that's why you ache all over all the time. My God, we need to wake up to this. They're destroying us by design. This is a conspiracy to murder the population down to 500 million on the whole earth. And we better wake up. And we better say, I'm sick of this. And you better be ready. You better have your food, your guns, your ammo, your survival supplies, and if you're going to be at a garrison and stay at you better hunker down and get ready for what's coming. And you better go ahead and make your decision, mentally and spiritually, I'll say again, that when they come to get you, and they're coming, some of you will be slaves for them, I know that. But when they come to get the Patriot, you better go ahead and make it up in your mind whether you're going to give it up or you're going to fight for what's right. And now I'm considered a domestic terrorist, I understand that. But look, the only reason the boogeyman synthetic terrorists was done was so they could pass these draconian laws and take us over form the North American Union and eventually a global government. Can't you see it? My God, you can't see your nose despite your face. It's time to wake up. It's time to realize what's going on, and it ain't pretty and it ain't good. And we better go to studying how our great-grandpas and all lived, because if you're going to survive, you better know some of it. You better understand some of it, and you better get ready not to be able to just go to that daggone grocery store every day to get you something to eat to cook for supper that night. You better have your good food supply put up. I say a minimum of a year. And I've been screaming this since July of last year. It's time people woke up. It's time people woke up. But I got news for you too. End time's telling you again. I'm going to try to close this one out because I got a lot I got to do today. Maybe get back tonight. I don't know. But listen to me. Watch out for the moles and the snitches. They will turn you over. Even family members. And I'm not speaking to nobody else's family. I'm telling you what the Word of God says. They will turn you over to gain favor with this corrupt, evil dictatorship. They will turn you over. So know your friends and know your enemies. But know your enemies more than you know your friends. Because a friend's going to stick closer to you than even your own brother. You understand me? And I'm telling you again, I'm warning you one more time. If you've got the wherewithal to get out of the city, you better get out of it now. You better get, I don't care, you better get out. Go somewhere else and rent. I'm telling you, get out. Get out. South Dakota, North Dakota, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, Oklahoma. Someplace, my God, why don't you pray to God and ask Him? Someplace where the local sheriffs and all won't bow down to satanic garbage. Hey, there's going to be some people surprised, and I get a lot of preachers surprised when they see the sheriffs that don't bow down to take the guns like they think's going to do, and then they're going to look themselves in the mirror, these preachers are. Not all of them, but some of them. They're going to look themselves in the mirror, and they're going to say, now, wait a minute. Wait a minute now, I thought Romans 13 meant obey government and everything. No, it didn't. You don't understand your Word of God. You're not supposed to obey evil. The government was put in there in law enforcement to protect us from evil, and now the majority of them have become the very evil that we're going to have to fight. It's simple. It's simple. Fact of the business is simple to understand. But most people don't understand it and don't want to understand it. And that's fine. That's fine. But I got news for you. Don't go turning in people. Don't go turning in people and lying on them and stuff, because it ain't going to be pretty. That's all I'll say about that. Just so I can stay on air a little longer. Hopefully, God willing. I'm telling you right now, it is time we woke up. And I keep saying, wake up, wake up, wake up. We better wake up. It's time to get out of the sleep. It's time to get out of the slumber. It's time to get your LPC carriers going. That's leather personnel carriers, baby. And it's time to get out on that street, and it's time to pound the street. It's time to let's put these flyers out. Make your own up. Yeah, you probably can make some better than me. But like I said, I'm going to try to get back and put it on the screen and say, there it is. Go from there with it. It's as simple as this. I got 2 minutes left. Did you know, number one, did you know America's being destroyed by design? Did you know, number two, did you know that the Federal Reserve is not federal at all, it's private? Did you know, number three, that the Bill of Rights and the Constitution is being destroyed? All right, number four, did you know your senators and the Congress and state and local officials, by and large, could care less about the Constitution or you? Did you know that in Article 10 that they cannot pass the money, without having the money? They're supposed to have a balanced budget. They cannot go out and print money. They cannot draw taxes from us, and we didn't do it under the Constitution. They can't keep doing this, all right? Number five, did you know that Obama, your president now, is no different than Bush, that he's a puppet of the New World Order? All right, you may want to change it from New World Order. He's a puppet of the global government that's coming, okay? Number six, did you know that they want to come and take your guns? Look it up on the internet. Number seven, did you know that America's become to be a godless nation, and that God can no longer smile on it anymore and is going to allow the judgment of God to come on it, okay? Number seven, look here. Did you know that under the Constitution you have a right to be secure in your home and your persons and your goods? But did you know that under the FEMA executive orders they can come and take your stuff? Which one are you going to go by? Number eight, okay? Did you know that the Rothschilds, the bankers, have supported war after war, slaughter after slaughter of people after people so they can line their pockets, okay? Number nine, did you know that we as American patriots ain't going to take this crap? Number 10, did you know that the tree of liberty is going to be fertilized with the blood of tyrants and some patriots? There's number 10 right there. 10 of them I just gave them to you. Take it back, redo it, and go over it in case I can't get back today. May God bless you and keep you in the Lord. Keep your powder dry, because this is right around the corner and it's coming. And don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you on your way out to put them flyers. In time, I got to go. I love you. God bless you.